Hi, I'm Jared with Big Diastema. I want to talk about Facebook's new big changes for business. As you probably already know, at the end of March, Facebook is going to be implementing the timeline layout for all businesses. And it's a great opportunity to take a look at it. You can actually change your timeline and the way it's laid out right now before they go live, and you can do it kind of behind the scenes so nobody sees with how you're playing with it. Now, a lot of people were upset about how they're changing it because they've taken away some features that people really liked. For instance, on our Big Diastema Facebook page, if you weren't a fan before, it popped up with a landing page that asked you to subscribe to our newsletter and to also like us on Facebook. Now, you're not going to have that option anymore with the new timeline layout. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because what this is going to do is allow you a whole bunch of different ways to attract people, and it's also going to get people more involved in your Facebook page. So let's talk a little bit about involvement. The timeline is going to actually show a lot more posts over a lot longer time in a much more readable fashion. So hopefully the idea is that it will engage your Facebook fans with your product a lot more. One of the other things you can do to engage people is you can actually pin articles to the top of your timeline, and you can feature an article. Now if you pin it, you just hover over the top of the article and you click the little down arrow, it'll say pin. Now this is going to pin it to the top, and it's going to keep that post above anything else you put on there. You can pin it and unpin it at any time. You can only pin one article at a time. So for instance, we had a recent promotion we were running. We pinned that to the top for a couple of weeks while we were running that promotion. It's a great way to keep it top of consciousness right out in front of everybody so things don't get lost. The other thing you can do is you can feature an article. Now the new timeline has essentially two columns. One column and then it'll alternate back and forth with content and a couple of other items. And if you want to feature an article, you do the same thing. You hover over it, click the drop down, and you're going to have the option to click feature. Feature is going to make that article span both columns. So it's going to give you a lot more space and to really highlight that. Now you can feature more than one article at this time. So you can actually, and you can pin something and feature it. So it'll really allow you to kind of diversify the way some of your content is shown on your Facebook page. One of the other things, one of the best features of the new Facebook timeline is the cover photo. So as you know, you're going to have a big cover photo on the top. I want to show you a couple examples of bad cover photos. All right, here's one great example of what not to do with your cover photo. Don't just use your logo. You need to use do a much more creative use of the cover photo. Ford actually has a really good creative one. We'll show that to you now. So these are good opportunities to really reach out to your readers. Now, one thing you can do, and I really encourage you to do, is take some time to develop your own cover photo that's marketing based. We've taken away the ability to create a landing page for Facebook, but they haven't taken away the ability to really market in that cover photo. So go ahead and create a custom photo. Use an arrow to draw attention to the like button. Use promotions in it. Change your cover photo often to change it up visually and keep it a lot different. So that's a really good opportunity to take advantage of. One other great feature that they added was right below the cover photo, they have icons for the different tabs and the different pages. They used to have the different tabs just on a list on the side. Now you have a whole set of icons. Any tabs that you added yourself, things that not like the like one and the photos, but other ones, you can actually change that icon. So if you hit the little drop down next to the icons, it'll open up all the tabs that you have. If you hover over it, you can actually click on it and click edit, and it'll allow you to change the photo. It has a little button right there, it says change photo, and you can upload your own tab icon and do whatever you want. So I'll show you an example of that right here. This was originally a stock photo that came with an app that we were running, and we've changed that now to this particular photo that draws a little bit more attention to it. This is a great way to make your icon stand out. The other thing you can do is move your icons. For instance, I don't particularly like to show off how many likes I have. I don't think it really matters to my particular readers if we have 100 likes or 1,000 likes. In our case, we're a little over 1,000, but I actually hide that like button. You can move these around in the same way that you change the photo. Click on there and you can put swap with. And you could swap that icon with another icon in the list. So this way you can change it up, and I highly recommend that. Go in there every couple of weeks, every month, and change up the order of your icons. That'll keep people's eyes attracted to that list of icons. Change the photos if you can. Even if you don't change the tab content, change the photos and it'll give some people something new to look at and they'll stop glazing over it. So some great highlights of the new Facebook timeline. Use the cover art in a way that will draw attention to your business, draw attention to your promotions, draw attention to your like button. Don't just put your logo up there. It's a fine placeholder, but let's take more advantage of this. Use it in a creative way. Think of it as a great opportunity to market on your Facebook page prominently. Use the custom icon buttons. Change it, use your own photos, use your own icons. We want to have those really pop and stand out and look different than what other businesses are doing. And then make sure you're using the pin and the feature articles for content that you really want to feature throughout your timeline. I'm sure that people are going to find new ways to take advantage of the timeline, but these are a great few tips that you can take advantage of right now with very minimal effort that can have a big impact on your business. Thanks so much. I'm Jared with Big Diastema. You can find us online at bigdiastema.com.